Here's a little rundown on how to use the classroom from a student's point of view. When you're asked to speak in the classroom, you can go ahead and press Talk right over here. Once you press Talk, you'll see a little blue icon with a picture of a microphone appear by the Talk button. You'll also see that icon appear next to your name. When you're done talking, press Talk again and the icon will disappear. If the Talk button is grayed out and you're not able to press it, like this, that means the teacher did not give you permission, or the classroom is set to a certain number of students that can speak at the same time, and you'll have to wait till another student gets off the microphone. You'll also see that you have a little red X next to your name if you don't have that permission. This goes for any other tool that permission is taken away from you. When you want to go onto the webcam, go ahead and press this video button. When you press the video button, the webcam will be activated and everyone will see you. When you want to go off the webcam, go ahead and press the video button again. Also remember, if the video is a little too small for you, you can always go ahead and expand the panel and make it as big as you'd like. You can also take the panel and drag it out of its selected area, like that, and make it bigger that way. Whatever's easier for you. Just make sure not to block the whiteboard if you're in the middle of class. You could always go ahead and just drag it right back into the panel and let go. Here is the participant panel. In the participant panel, you can give feedback, like little emoticons. Here you can give a smiley face, LOL, applause, and so on. Once you click on it, let's say the smiley face, it'll appear next to your name, and everyone will see it. If for whatever reason you have to step away, obviously get permission first, and then click Away. This way, your teacher will know that you're not in front of your computer. When you come back, click it again and the Away will disappear. If you need to raise your hand, click on this little Raise Hand button. A little hand will come next to your name. Also, a little number will. That shows which order you raised your hand in. So if someone else clicked it after you, there would be a little number 2 next to their name. To take your hand down, click the Raise Hand button again. Here is the polling option. If your teacher asks the question, let's say A through D, you can go ahead, click on it, and click your answer, and the letter will appear next to your name. Also, if the teacher changed it to a check or an X, this is where you'd click it too. Okay, so here it is. Scroll your mouse over the check, and you'll see yes or no, check or X. Let's click the check. You'll see the check appear next to your name. To select nothing, scroll over again and click None. Also, if you'd like to see which permissions you have, go ahead and in the participant panel, you can click on this little drop-down menu and click on Show My Permissions. Once you do that, you'll see the little icons. Any icon that has a little X in it, that means you don't have that permission. So let's see here. The microphone, you have that permission. The webcam you have. The chat you have. And the whiteboard you don't. Let's see when the teacher gives the whiteboard permissions, the tools. Let's see what happens. There you go. The little column appeared over here. You can move it around. Go ahead and select any of the options over here. Here is the selection tool. Right now there's nothing on the whiteboard, so there's nothing you really want to select. But here is the pointer. Go ahead, click it once, and then you'll have the option to pick a finger, an arrow, a check, an X, or a smiley face as your pointer. Let's pick the finger as a pointer. And as you click on the whiteboard, everyone will see what you're pointing to. Here is the pencil. Click it. Then scroll over, and you'll see you have different options. This is like a highlighter. And this is more like a pencil, a little more fine. You have a bunch of different options over here. You can click how thick you want it to be, or how transparent you want it, or change the color. Same thing goes with writing. This is where you'd write some text on the board. You can go ahead and change the color, how transparent you want it, and how thick it is. Maybe make it bold or italic or underline it. The difference between the two A's over here is one makes a separate box each time, and one lets you write it all within one box that you can move around together, like this. And these are separate. Here are just different tools. Remember, the option to change the color is always at the bottom. Make a square. Here's a hollow circle and a hollow square. Here's if you need to underline something. You could always change the colors and change the thickness, remember. This is a screenshot tool where you can go ahead and screenshot something from your computer. Now remember, the participant panel, you could always go ahead and also move that and expand it. Whichever view you're comfortable with, that's the one you should choose. You could always go ahead and just put it right back into the panel. Here is the chat panel. Right over here at this white line is where you start chatting. You can also private chat your teacher if you have permission. You right-click your teacher's name, and you click Send Private Chat. It will open up a separate tab from the main room. You can chat to your teacher, and no one else in the class will see it. When you click on Room, that enables you to chat to the main room again. Always keep your eye out for this little tab over here if you private chatted. Also, the teacher can initiate a private chat with you. You would see a little white icon up here. Let's have a look. There's the white icon. That means the teacher private chatted you. Click on the tab and respond back. Just like all the other panels, the chat panel can also be taken out of its area and expanded and put back. If you want, you can click on the drop-down menu in the chat panel, and you could increase the font size. That makes the size bigger, or decrease it. On the whiteboard, you have a little drop-down over here where it says Fit Page. If there's something that's a little too hard to see on the whiteboard, you could always make it bigger. So right now it's on Fit Page. Let's go ahead and increase it by 50%. So let's put it at 150. It makes it a little bigger. You could also just Fit Page. When it's very big, you have a little option over here to scroll up or down, and sideways. When you want to put it back to the normal size, you can do Fit Page.